Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and they continue with Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Seeing how I finished another mission, it's time for another round of the ship.
I hope we can clear up what's going on with the Gurns back, Commander. Was there anything else? Just eager to get going.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Because those of my companions whose personal mission I did finish, for example Jack, should have something new to say. Hard shields. Shepard's shields take 20% less damage. Cerberus has achieved limited success in studying Geth shield technology. Its scientists don't completely understand why, but it seems Geth shields are not as vulnerable to incoming projectiles. A breakthrough is imminent, however, and it is possible to make modified Mass Effect field generator that mimics this technology. It's pretty great, actually, in terms of survivability.
Still need to get to Tuchanka, Shepard. My student's being held by Bloodpack.
I'll talk to you later, Morden.
We'll be here if you need me.
So the Collectors were once Protheans, repurposed by the Reapers. What a sad end.
Makes you wonder if the Keepers on the Citadel were once something different.
Commander.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. It seems like Garrus has finally worked that stick out of his butt, but now he's trying to beat guys to death with it. I can't believe I like the old Garrus better. Well, I always liked Tali, so let's just move on. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal. You had me so worried when you were trapped on the Collector ship. Thank goodness for Edie.
That sounds like more than just professional concern, Kelly.
You're more than just my commander. You're my friend.
Edie brought you back to me. If she had a body, I'd give her a big hug.
The Normandy crew delivered, including you.
You're too kind. We were there to help, but Edie gets the credit this time.
The Elusive Man made sure Edie was installed for this mission. Now I see why. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
A project facility update. Commander Shepard, contacting you per Elusive Man's instructions, he believed you would want to know that he had ordered Subject Zero's project shut down before the riots broke out. Cerberus personnel arrived to find all the guards dead, along with most of the subjects. Any surviving children were treated for injuries, giving mild amnesia treatments, and delivered to Alliance facilities as survivors of slaver attacks. A few surviving doctors were forcibly retired for their role in the project. Per your report, the facility on Praja has been destroyed. Yeah, I don't buy even a shred of it. Like, Cerberus really has no shame, and you know, they've done so many fucked up things, even in this game with the Project Overlord, but in the first game already as well, that, you know, they can just rot. I don't particularly care.
Hey, got a minute? The Normandy runs so quietly. I'm not used to hearing my footsteps when I walk. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way. I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
If we have time, I'd like to go to Ilium and relocate.
I'll let you know, Miranda.
Of course, Commander.
I can't believe the Collectors were once Protheans.
I always pictured Protheans being regal, not giant bugs.
Who knows what the Reapers did to them? Creepy.
Any chance we could get to the Citadel, Shepard?
I'll let you know, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Have time now, Shepard. I need to deal with this.
I don't have a lot of time right now. Can we do this later?
That is your decision. But don't wait too long, Shepard. I feel dangerous.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. Collectors and Protheans. It's all above my pay grade. I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time. I knew this girl once, Asari, good head on her shoulders. We had this whole thing going, until she sold me out to the Blood Pack. Put a sour note on the relationship. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
So, Gabby, what do you think of our new Quarian boss?
Hush, she's right over there.
Ah, she can't hear us with her head in that bucket. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful bucket. The whole suit is lovely, quite snug in all the right places.
You know I can hear you.
Huh.
Whenever we have time, I've gotten the migrant fleet's location.
I'll get back to you, Tali.
Talk to you later.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. Any...
Oh, no. I wanted to talk to Jack as well.
Hey.
What's happening?
You got a lot of questions, don't you?
I miss your friendly nature when you're not around.
Been thinking. We've seen a lot of shit together now, and you're always coming to talk to me. Shepard, you got feelings for me? Because I don't need the complication.
I don't, but I do think, she's definitely an interesting character. She has a troubled past, but she has... and I like the evolution of her in Mass Effect 3 as well. I like her as a character, but I'm not going to romance her.
Then don't worry. I'm not interested.
Good. I didn't want you coming around here anymore anyway.
Is there a problem, Jack?
Can't figure if you're playing me or not. I don't like it.
Then stop.
You'd like that. Make this about you and what you want. I have to think. Go away. I don't want you coming around here for a while. Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should go.
Okay. Talk later.
I will actually go back to my own chambers for a bit, because I think I bought a new armor piece that increases my health.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Increases the health by 10%. That's pretty good. I'll keep that. Acquire the Reaper IFF, which I'm not going to do yet. Okay, so it's time to help Jacob then. Laban is a desert world with a sea upon sea of scorching hot iron oxide wearing away marbleized cliffs. Its atmosphere is thick and layered with significant levels of oxygen trapped under upper helium layer. Initially, surveyors detected traces of iridium from the orbit, only to find a surprising archaeological discovery. The iridium came from bunkers on the surface, blown apart by a dreadnought-class weapon. The logical conclusion was that the civilization on JOAB has reached Laban, and its outposts here were destroyed to make their extermination complete.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away.
A small gas giant, Mizraim, is primarily hydrogen and methane around the rocky core. There is no remaining trace of the civilization from JOAB on Mizraim itself, but debris orbiting the planet indicates the artificial satellites were once in place before being destroyed. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Goliath's orbit takes it near the system's mass relay, a useful event for drive core discharges and automated helium-3 refueling stations. Unfortunately, its orbit is currently taking it away from the relay and will continue this inconvenience for the next 3 galactic standard years.
Anomaly detected.
JOAB is a two-mooned habitable planet that is most well known for its mass extinction event. Thousands of years ago, JOAB was a home to a primate-like spacefaring civilization as well as abundant flora and fauna. However, this can only be deduced from the time capsules put into the ground. Well outside habitation centers, all cities and detectable dwellings were targeted in a massive orbital bombardment that turned them into vapor. The resulting dust shroud killed all photosynthetic life and fauna dependent on it. Today, humans have recolonized this planet and are rapidly introducing their own species, beginning with cyanobacteria and heterotrophic bacteria to bring a suitable level of oxygen and nitrogen for respiration. Atmospheric pressure at the sea level of JOAB is double that of Earth. Visitors with upper respiratory infections, emphysema, cancer, or history of thoracic surgery should consult their physician before landing on JOAB. Population 21,553,000. Colony founded in 2171. Capital New Jericho.
Launching probe.
Coming around for a second patrol, looking for survivors. Bastards didn't know what hit him. Coming around for a second patrol, looking for
Probe
survivors.
launched.
Bastards didn't know what hit him.
I have found something.
Mercenary activity detected on the planet's surface. Communications match Blue Sun's encoding protocols. Possibly location of a remote site of illegal archaeological activity. Blue Sun's intentions unknown. Okay, this increases his region. I think I'll take this for more survivability. Grunt's mastery of his blood rage increases his already fantastic regeneration rate, letting him survive wounds that would kill other Krogan. Krogan pure blood.
them down!
On it, Frank. You got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Lock and
Got
load.
it. Got it. Yeah, right on your ass. I'll take them.
Got no shield.
They're all mine.
Can't see him.
Okay, that was unremarkable.
shield!
Loud and clear. Hell of a shot. Yeah, right on your ass. Got the target. Right. Right on your ass. They're all mine. Weak. Impact shot. Nice shooting.
Request for aid. Commander Santiago, hope you are doing well. We require your services once again in the transport of ourselves, our equipment, and our recovered artifacts. I have dispatched our representative to meet with you regarding the details of the transaction. Given the sensitive nature of our cargo, we expect discretion in this matter. Dr. Farin, Chief Researcher of Exogenic Special Projects, let's make a deal. Of course you can count on us to offer you escort and transportation. We have sent men and ships to your way in good faith. Commander Vito Santiago. Lieutenant Locke, once the artifact is secured and in transit, your orders are to take your men and rendezvous with Captain Voorhees aboard the MSV Strontium Mule in the Arkinland system in the Omega Nebula. Assist Voorhees with the capture if needed. Commander Santiago, recapture a derelict ship. Okay, so that's another side mission I got after this one. Recovered Prothean relic eliminated Blue Sun's presence at the dig site. A hot boiling rock planet with an extreme tectonic activity, Parnassus is home to many volcanic mountains. Surface scans reveal several geothermal and solar power stations tapping the planet's abundant energy. There is no history of the planet or its government in the Settled Council records. Given its proximity to the mapped and recorded planets like Selene, someone must have deleted Parnassus from the database.
Launching probe.
A mid-sized hydrogen-helium gas giant, Selene has an automated helium-3 refueling station, indicating that this remote system was once inhabited. Its distance from the mass relay and the archaic design of the fuel station suggests that the system was mapped by someone who did not go through a relay, but discovered it in the independent FTL exploration. Selene is within the frostline zone of the parent star, where the gas giants typically do not form. For this reason, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. A2175 AR2, still formally unnamed, this planet is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with 21 moon-sized objects.
Anomaly detected.
2175 Aeia, named after the Asari scientist, this remote planet appears to have been on the list of forbidden mass relays that led to uncharted space. The little data available comes from an far-off probe flyby that reports 2 planets orbiting a white dwarf star. Your own scans yield far more interesting results. The planet is within the habitable zone of the star. It has oceans of liquid water and a thin nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere consistent with carbon-based plant life. It is possible this is as yet unexplored garden world.
Probe launched.
MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW4610034087. Impact and unscheduled suborbital deceleration recorded. General distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW46.
Something on our sensors.
I'll take Kasumi. I prefer more health, Cerberus veteran. Jacob's survival skill and powerful will to live makes him even harder to kill.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Why are you comparing the crash to theoretical speeds?
The Hugo Gernsback was constructed off-world. It is not rated for suborbital descent, and doing so exceeded operational parameters.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
There's no way he could avoid eating some.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Well, that didn't sound right. The part about how they forget what you were doing before the bruises show? It's kind of disturbing.
luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
Okay, I think that's everything.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will...
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
We've been spotted.
Our shields are down!
You're done!
Sweet!
You're done!
So, that's neural decay, huh? They just seemed regular old crazy to me.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Now, I must say,
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
I must say, it is frustrating to me that Shepard didn't at least consider some kind of non-lethal conflict resolution. You know, I don't know, tranquilizer darts or some kind of a stun grenade. Because it has been established already that the food on this planet impairs mental capacity, right? So those people are probably attacking me because they don't know what they're doing. They are not my enemy, they are victims in all of this. And I just gunned them down with military-grade weapons.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
They're wearing the same uniform as the ones who attacked us, but they don't look ready for a fight.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
That would make sense. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop. Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face. I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing. He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands. The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Yeah, it's like a statue of a... Actually, I'm not sure what that is. Is that supposed to represent a ship? You know, something that flies. It has wings. And that they are all waiting for deliverance from the sky. But also it's pretty apparent that Jacob's father has been doing some
Going dark.
Sure thing.
has been doing some...
He did this to his own men? Who the hell are we dealing with here?
Well, that would make them hate him. But maybe it was just for defense.
Has been doing some fucked up things, because one of them said, we pleasure him as he demands, and the other said that Jacob has a cruel face, it's his face, and I don't want to get punished. So it seems like he exiled the men and then like basically made the women his sex slaves, which is compounded by the fact that they don't know what they're, what's happening, which was also mentioned in one of those recordings, how he was talking about that woman and how it's all easier now. That was literally the phrase he used, which is pretty disgusting, not going to lie.
Please, here, you could end it.
You have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And After the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
As good a place as any.
Sure thing.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
God damn it, it's really him. Just got free. He's covering his ass.
Ah, it looks like that dried up body was left as a warning. These newer ones were just dumped here.
The hunters started fighting back.
Now you see me.
Careful, I automated my defenses after the crew turned.
He had plenty of choices. Too late to blame his victims.
Regaining power. System failing.
Gotcha.
Yeah! Target down!
Now you see me. Can do it. Gift for you.
This is valuable.
Here they come.
Gotta hurt!
Proximity warning. Impact event. Impact. System failing.
Target down!
Going silent. Hostiles detected.
Got no shield!
Got it!
I had to keep them busy, distracted, but it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun. Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Allied force casualty. Hostile forces.
throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
Up ahead! Through! Watch out! Going dark.
All mine.
Lost here.
Heads up!
Need to look my father in the eye here to justify this.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No, not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
There's no way I'm letting this slide, Taylor. A price will be paid.
How much? What kind of math can balance these lives? His life isn't worth pulling the damn trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Yeah, I could leave him here or kill him, but I'm just going to arrest him. I'm not a big fan of like extrajudicial justice, and there is like mountains of evidence against him, and I'm pretty sure he's not getting out of it, even if we go the legal route. I don't remember what he gets sentenced to, but it might be life, and to be honest, it should be, with the amount of fucked upness that he has been up to here. No, leaving him just seems wrong, because then he would just degenerate eventually or just die, left all alone on this planet. And killing him, I'm just going to arrest him. As I said, I prefer to go through legitimate means of punishing criminals if those are available within the story, because they are not always, there's not always such a possibility, but here that possibility exists.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Survivors from Aeia are being treated by Alliance personnel with additional Cerberus support. Pleased to see Taylor unharmed psychologically by the experience, Jacob Taylor has dealt with his father and is now focused solely on the mission. Yeah, so that was the Jacob's loyalty mission. It was short and sweet. I do like the basic concept of it. It seems to be based it seems to be at least partially inspired, it seems to me, by The Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, because you have this guy, seemingly just an ordinary guy, but when put into those extreme circumstances, his sort of veneer of civility is stripped off and he becomes a monster, exploiting other people and lording over them and sort of drunk on his own power, which is kind of what happened to Kurtz in The Heart of Darkness as well. And also maybe possibly it might have some undertones of the Lord of Flies, because, again, this is a story about how those were perfectly normal, reasonable people, right? At face value. But when push comes to shove, it turns out that Jacob's father, had this primal cruelty within him, and given the chance to exploit his power, he did exactly that, and disregarding the hurt put on other people, and disregarding all of the sort of morality that you'd think civilization would have imprinted upon him. I did like it. It was maybe a little bit too short. It took 30 minutes for the entire mission. You got spoon-fed information really fast about what happened, so it wasn't a mystery for too long. But it is what it is.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Okay, this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!